Toni Time. We have a very special person here today. Go get your coffee and sit down for a very fun and interesting show. I want to introduce to you a young lady who is brilliant, and she is Angie. Hi, Angie.
Hi, Toni. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, you are very, very welcome. I mean, I love having you on my show, and I met Angie at the dog park in Kennebunk.
Yep, that's right.
And she has a dog, and your dog's name?
It's Coda.
Coda.
We thought of the name because my sister said Cody would be a nice name. Then I thought Coda, like Angie and Cassie, all 2 syllables.
It's a very good idea. And how old is Coda?
He just turned 1.
Well, she did make a birthday cake for all the dogs in the dog run. So my 3 dogs and whoever else was there got a piece of the birthday cake for Coda. She's a very thoughtful young lady, and I was very impressed by Angie in the dog park. She comes with her father, Chris, and she would walk up to a friend of mine, Cass, and Cass was getting ready for her son's wedding. And Angie would come in and she would go, "Oh, Cass, did you buy your shoes yet?" Or what, you know, and that was just...
I know. Well, I love the pink shoes that she showed me, so I just had to ask about that again.
Well, she did wear those shoes with a beautiful dress. The wedding is over now. It was last weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's kind of, you'll have to see the pictures when you see her.
Did you see the pictures yet?
I saw a few. Not many yet, but I will see more. So let's talk about you. How old are you?
Well, I just turned 9 too.
Wow, 9. So how does it feel to be 9?
It feels good, but I don't want to say that I'm feeling older because I don't want to feel older.
Why?
Because I never want to grow up.
You're Peter Pan.
Yeah.
You want to stay young forever.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Wow. Well, it's not too bad getting older.
And I bet the people in the audience can relate to that.
I think they can.
Yeah.
Can you relate to that audience? They're probably nodding their head. Yeah. Well, you know, 9 years old. I mean, what grade? I mean, I don't have children, so I have to ask these questions. What grade are you in?
Well, I'm going into 4th grade.
Okay. Now, is 4th grade like, I can say to you, what is your major?
No,
I can't
that's
say
college.
That. Oh, okay. All right. So what do you do in 4th grade?
Well, we're learning more multiplication. Well, I already know the multiplication facts, but bigger ones. And division. So, and I'm going into a different school, which is C Road now in...
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
That we go by going to the... Oh, okay. All right. Great. So that's what you learned in 4th grade? You have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. Okay, so what, so talk to me about, I mean, being 9, and you're a very, very well-educated little girl.
Thank you so much. And being 9 is kind of like being 8, but at my summer day camp, they treat you like you're older. And like I just signed up for being a junior counselor there.
Wow.
So
that's great.
I help the preschoolers.
Wow. That is something. Well, you're much more advanced than your age.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, but you are. So your dad sent me some things that I want to ask you about, okay?
Okay.
You believe in fairies?
Yes.
What makes you believe in fairies?
Well, My favorite books are Cecily Mary Barker, and she is dead now, but her stories, they really grab you and make you feel like you're in there seeing the fairies. So
Wow.
on Midsummer's Eve, me and my dad went out on the bridle path, which is where we live, and it was dusk. And he had his little notebook. I had the jar and my binoculars. And I said, write down abnormal. This is looking strange. And then out of nowhere, like a tornado formed and it started lightning and thundering. So we
Really?
had to run inside and...
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was, do you remember that night, Tony? Where all the stations were going crazy, the worst.
Yeah, I do. I do.
I thought it was a battle against the fairies. They didn't want to be seen, so...
Well, that's a good point. And you also believe in gnomes?
Yes. I saw a little stone, and it was formed like a gnome once, but it was daytime, so I couldn't see if it was real or not. So
Wow. And you also believe in wee people.
yes, the wee folk.
Tell me about the wee folk.
Well, again, Cecily Mary Barker, she said, never give up believing in the wee folk because you may not be able to see them every day, but they're always watching you. So,
I believe that. Now, where do the wee folk come from? Are they little people?
yes, very little. In England, England people,
British people?
British people, they started believing in that stuff. And I have a book that's from that time, not written by Cecily Mary Barker. My grandma is actually from England, so that makes me feel that's the connection.
All right. I understand your logic on that. I do. Now, right now you're reading a book, Matilda?
Well, I started it the night before last night, and the next day I finished it. So,
It's out in a movie, too.
I've seen the movie.
All right. So which did you like better, the movie or the book?
Definitely the book. The book's always better.
It is. It gives you more detail and everything. And who's your best friend?
I would have to say my dog and my sister. And there's a girl that I've known since preschool. Her name is Gracie. And I even told her I was going on this show. And she was like, I want to see you so badly. And I was like, watch me on YouTube. And it's just great. We make videos of Barbie dolls and put it on YouTube. So
Wow. You're pretty creative. The things you come up with. Now, when you do this Barbie doll on YouTube with your friend, Gracie, what do you do? I mean,
well, I bring over my Barbie dolls to her house, and I have an iPad, and she has an iPad, and we tried her iPad, but it didn't work with filming, but mine did, so we set it up, and then there's a narrator that says, this show will be starring Midge and Barbie, and...
Who's the narrator?
It's another Barbie doll, but we say it's her older sister, so it's not like the same person.
All right, good. And then what do you do? Make up a story?
Like, one we did a daycare when they had to put their toddlers in the daycare because she had so many jobs.
Okay. All right. And what other stories have you done? That's
pretty it, but we tried to download a video, but her dad by accidentally downloaded the wrong video, so.
all right. Leave it to adults, you know. Now, you also, when you grow up, you want to be a rockette.
Yes, I love dancing. It's just my passion.
So you're taking dance now?
Well, the recital just ended.
And what were you taking?
I was taking tap, ballet, advanced ballet too, lyrical, and mother-daughter.
Okay. All right, great. Well, because the Rockettes, I know a lot of them. And when I lived in New York, and I had a talent agency with models and actors and actresses, Rockettes were a lot of my models.
Wow.
Because, you know, they do their show. At Christmas time, the holidays, they're very busy. They show up everywhere for promotion and dance, and they have shows like twice a day during the holidays.
Yeah.
I took my niece. We sat 8th row center. Whenever you go to the theater, you want to sit in the 8th row center.
Wow.
And we watched the Rockettes, and they're amazing.
I know. Well, I was walking through New York City. I was down there because I visit my cousins every year.
Yeah.
And I saw a picture of dancing girls, and I was like to my sister, "Who are they?" And she said, "Those are the Rockettes." And I took a picture of them, and I said, "That's who I want to be when I grow up."
Oh, yeah. It's great. And they're very picky. They don't just take everybody. I'm sure they take you.
Well, I need to get a little taller, my dad says.
Well, yeah. A little taller, a little older, but I mean, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
And you also want to be a puppy daycare owner.
Yeah,
Well, what brought that around?
well, when I was little, I really wanted a dog, and I waited all these years. And one time when my dad picked me up from my camp, we went to the AWS, and there was a little brown dog, and we said, I'll play with him, but he was already taken. So then I saw my dog, and I said, sure, I'll play with him. But what really got him going was the tug of war, and I knew it was my dog right then.
Right then and there.
Uh-huh.
Wow. So then that's what made you want to open up a daycare.
Yeah, because I love seeing dogs be happy, and I know what the activities I want to do. I want to have like a room where the painting room where you dip the dog's toes in it and paint with their toes and give
That's
it to
a good
the
idea,
owner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And Coda can do that?
I haven't tried it with him yet because he's still a puppy, and
Oh,
he's,
yeah. Yeah. And you want to be a bookstore owner.
Yeah, just like my mom owned her bookstore.
Okay. So when you own a bookstore, do you have like one bookstore with a lot of books or?
One bookstore with a lot of books, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, your competition on that would be 1,000,000 Books, that place in Portland. How would you compete with them?
I would probably just do children's books and make it very inviting. And my mom did personalized books.
Okay.
So I'll put their names in it and stuff like that.
Okay, so when you said your mom makes personalized books, what do you mean by that?
Like she, like moms and grandmas and grandpas would come in and they say, we want Grandma Peggy and like Finley for the kid or the dog and a couple friends and stuff like that.
In the story?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, I wasn't sure how we can personalize a book, but it's actually a story about them
Yeah.
that your mom would personalize.
Well, like for the three bears, it would
Yeah.
be like Isabel was walking through the woods and she found a little cottage and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, all right. Great idea. Okay, so you've got 3 things you want to do. Wow. And then you entertain at assisted care living places, huh?
Yeah, Atria.
Atria. Okay, and you tell stories, jokes, and sing-alongs.
Yeah, well, one time I went there and it was the campfire roast. So we roasted marshmallows and then I sang Yankee Doodle Had a Farm, and then I would go around to the old people and say Yankee Doodle Had a Farm, and like they would say the name.
Like E-I-E-I-O, oink oink here. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, oh, how fun. Wow.
And one time I was passing out candies that we bought for them on Easter.
Yeah.
And we were going through the elevator to go to the next floor to get more people candy. And there was this lady and she said, "Is that your dad or your grandpa?" And I said, "Oh, that's my grandpa." And then my dad came over and she said, "Oh, it's very nice that she comes over to see you here." And he laughed.
I'm sure your dad liked that one. So tell me, I mean, you would tell jokes.
Yeah,
Tell me a joke.
An oldie but a goodie.
A what?
An oldie but a goodie.
An oldie but a goodie, okay.
Will you remember me in a day?
Will I remember you in a day? Yes.
Will you remember me in a week?
Yes.
A month?
Yes.
A year?
Maybe.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
You didn't remember me.
That's good. You have another one?
Don't know the chicken crossed the road one.
Yeah, but the chicken just goes across the road.
Yeah.
There's really nothing more to that.
No, I don't.
You're done.
Do you have any?
Oh, let's see. Boy, I used to have them at the top of my head, and I haven't told a joke in a long time. No, I don't. I have to think of this for a while here, for a minute. Now, you also, I mean, you did your sing-alongs and everything. Now, let me ask you, okay, are you up on, what's your favorite television shows?
I like,
I mean, is it cartoon? Is it?
I hate cartoons. I
Do you
cannot bear
really?
them.
Really?
Yeah.
What don't you like about cartoons? The fact that they're cartoons?
Well, I don't like how they're just like cartoons. I like real people, and I can't bear even talking dogs or talking cats. Stuff
You
like
know,
that.
I'm with you on that. I don't watch cartoons and all these, you know, where they have the movie stars who are doing the voices and everything. I like the movie stars, but I really don't want to see the cartoon.
Yeah. Well, I like 60 Minutes and Nightly News.
Okay.
Well, I usually watch that with Dad, but he usually kicks me out of the room and stuff like that. But I love the cooking channel.
Really? The cooking channel? Okay. So let's go back to the nightly news.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you like about watching the nightly news? You're 9 years old.
Yeah, well, I liked, one night there was a program about bullying.
Yeah.
And it said, it was a show called My Kid Would Never Do That.
Okay, move your hand from the microphone a little. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
And there were 2 girls and 3 actors, but the girls didn't know there were actors, and they were filming it, and their moms were watching. It was said to be a focus group. And one of the actors was being mean to the large other actor, and they cyber bullied him. And then they talked about it, and it really got me interested.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, that's not a good thing to bully. You know, I mean, I think it's something that has gotten worse over the years.
Yeah. Like, even my school, it has at all the doors when it says you're entering a no bully school.
Okay, all right. That's good. I mean, you have to do that now. It seems like, now where do you think this comes from, the bullying?
I think, like, the other person who is bullying has been bullied, and then he takes it out on another person.
You think we can stop this?
Yes.
And how do you think we can stop this whole cycle of bullying?
Well, guidance counselors have been a really big thing now. So by going to the guidance counselor, I think helps a lot.
Okay, all right. And do you think this comes from their childhood?
Sometimes, or like they're having a rough time at home with homework or stuff.
Okay. All right. So, you know, you do pick these things up on the nightly news, and 60 Minutes usually has stories.
Yeah, it like the weather or stuff like that.
Yeah, that's great. Now, what do you think now going on in the world? I mean, are you up on that?
Well, I learned that just now gayness was allowed.
Yeah,
So,
gay marriage.
I watched a video, and they got 3 couples that were that just had been married that were gay, and they said, "We heart gay marriages." And I watched the governor talking about it too.
Wow, you really absorb all this.
Because my sister likes that happening.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's very important. I mean, everybody is equal. Definitely. And what else in the world news that has really popped into your mind?
Well, not much, because I'm usually watching Chopped. It's a cooking show.
Okay. Yeah, I like Chop. I like Chop a lot. And you know, some of the cooking shows I do like. Now, do you cook or do you bake?
I know how to make some things like popcorn. And one time it was breakfast time, and my sister was sleeping on the couch. My dad was working upstairs, and there were biscuits in the fridge. So I took them out, and I found a tin pan, and I read the instructions, and I took gloves and put them in and set the timer, and then took them out, and the smell of the biscuits woke her up and got my dad down from working.
Okay.
To write out the jam and everything.
Boy, you think of everything, don't you? Well, you know, I had on the show a while ago my niece, and she lives in New York, and one of my nieces live in New York, and she just had her Sweet 16 party.
Oh.
Okay, and nowadays, which is amazing to me, her Sweet 16 party, they have like a court. Like bridesmaids, all their friends, and they rent a boat or they rent a room in a restaurant.
Yeah, my brother's girlfriend actually, it was all their friends 16, Sweet 16, so they rented a limousine.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, 16. I mean, I could see, okay, you're graduating high school, you have your graduation, you do all of that, but 16? Just
Like, and 1 is very big now. Like,
turning 1? No way.
yeah, because my great aunt, she actually, like her son's kid just turned 1, and they had a big celebration for him with a big cake with like Elmo and stuff.
Wow. One in 16.
And like 20.
Because 1, you don't remember it. At 16, you really can't do anything. You're just
Except
16.
besides party. I mean,
And even then, you can't drink. So that's crazy to me. So, I mean, yeah, she was telling me this whole story, and they had little candies with her picture on it, and yeah,
wow.
yeah, it was just a whole thing.
And my mom, for her 50th birthday, she went with her friends to Turks and Caicos. So.
See, now that, yeah, that's different. You go there, you vacation, but not 16 in 1.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I think that's crazy. My other niece who lives in Los Angeles, she's being an actress. Her name is Rachel. She's on the show a lot when she comes in from Los Angeles. And, you know, she moved there to become a talk show host.
Oh, like you.
Yeah, like me. Yes, I didn't associate. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she, you know, she comes in on the show. She gives everybody an update on her career in Los Angeles. And it's a lot of fun. So now you're on the show. And, you know, I
Just
really...
like boom.
Like, boom is right. And I think Coda should come in here.
He should.
He should come in here. Yes. So everybody can meet Coda. Well, he'll be here in a minute, I bet you.
Yeah.
Yep. Up, here comes Coda. Coda, come on. Come on. Oh, here comes Coda.
Good boy.
Oh, boy. Hi, Coda. Oh, yeah, yes. You remember me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Coda. Oh, that's your dog.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Oh, boy. So now Coda is a year old.
Yep. He's still a baby.
He's still a baby. And I think dogs go through, he's okay walking around. He's investigating. You know, I think they're babies until they're like 3.
Yeah.
And then they really learn because their mind isn't so active.
Well, he's smart like that too. Like, one time, my dad had a handful of laundry, and he by accidentally dropped a sock, and he was like, "Oh no, Coda's gonna eat it." So then Coda picked it up and dropped it in the pile.
Isn't that smart?
Yeah, but sometimes he's also like you know that place in your car, it's right next to the driver's seat where you can pull open and put stuff in?
Yeah.
He stands on there and puts his leg on my dad's arm, and it's
My
just
dogs
crazy.
do that driving.
Yeah.
I mean, you know when I come to the dog park, it's nothing but barking. And when I pull in,
Yeah.
going home, it's as quiet as can be. And Alex will stand behind my seat and put his head on my shoulder while I'm driving. I know. They are so cute. So do you like any other animals, like cats and...
Well, I'm actually allergic to cats.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I wish I wasn't, but I am. I like bunnies, and I may be getting fish because we called a guy from PetSmart, and he hasn't answered back, but, yeah.
Good. So now, I mean, I want you to come back on our show again because I want you to talk about different things that are going on in the world or in the world of being 9 and 10. I want you to start putting together things that we can talk about because I'm very out of touch with that age bracket. And I think our audience would like to know about that. And it would be nice to have you report back, maybe once a month or so. And we can talk about what's going on and what your point of view is. Now let's talk about, because we're almost running out of time, but fashion.
Yes.
What do you think of today's fashion?
Well, I think in some ways it's good to express your feelings, but sometimes it gets a little out of hand.
I agree.
That's my dad laughing in the back.
I know. You should hear this. I wish you guys were here. No, I mean, it does get out of hand.
Yeah.
A little bit, I think. But, you know, that's what I want to know. So what's the fashion for 9-year-olds going back to school this year?
Like dresses and stuff. Like,
Okay.
you know what's really in is boots and like leather jackets. So.
Okay, all right. So that's the look for going back to school. Boots and dresses and leather jackets.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think this has been a great show.
It's perfect.
Is there anything you would like to tell our audience in your camera?
Well, I think that for the kids who are watching this, if there's any, and the kids who are inside the adults, that no matter how old you are, you can still accomplish things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You just have to have the want and the drive. And look in that camera and tell them you can accomplish anything.
You can accomplish anything that you put your mind to.
Very good. So, Angie, you will come back again. And we'll talk about world things. We'll talk about fashion. We'll talk about what's going on in your world. And Coda can come back.
Oh, great, but I don't know.
I don't know what Coda's eating right now.
A wood chip.
Another wood chip, okay. Well, Angie, thank you so much for being on Toni Time.
Thank you, too. And hopefully next time Cass will come.
Well, we'll get Cass here. That'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, we're going to talk to your dad and schedule another time to get you here. And we'll...
Great.
In fact, you know, you might want to bring a Barbie or two.
Oh,
You can show me how you do this show thing, and the audience would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching our show today. I think this was a lot of fun. Angie is a great guest. And I'm so happy she came to the show. We're going to have her back on with Angie's report.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are so very welcome, honey. And I want to thank everybody for watching our show today, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. So now